No, we will go live. Camilla will put it live.
Okay, great. Thank you. So welcome, everybody. It's great to see your face. Malcolm, we have a newcomer that's joined. It's awesome to be here. And I said we have someone by the name of Doug. So welcome that I haven't seen before. Hello, Inger. And hello, Corey. So Nicole, please say hello.
Hello, it is great to see all of you. Really looking forward to this chapter and connecting with all of you. And well done for joining in. So looking forward to it.
So you know what I'd like to start off with today? Does anybody have a guess? Sometimes we start off with these, sometimes we don't. Does anybody know? What do I want to start off with today? That's right. Wins. Okay. So who's willing to share a win that you've had? Remember, no win is too small to celebrate. No win. Because it takes a lot of little ones to make a big one. So Inger, please unmute yourself.
I have done that. Thank you. Yesterday I actually put up 2 web pages for my new company. And I also put up the email addresses, and now I'm starting building my funnel.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm grateful. And also this morning I was taking my PT session, and I've been trying to get in touch with the managing director for that company. And then she said, what, do you write a book? I haven't heard about that. Can you tell me more about it? And then she gave me the contact details.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
It is.
You're in the zone. Okay, for those of you who just got on the call, we are talking about wins. So please.
Let us see your gorgeous face. To do that, at least share a win with us. Corey, did you raise your hand? Yes, okay. Hey, Corey, please.
Yes, I did. You've gone a bit low, Ceil, when you put in your headphones. So I don't know if anybody else can hear you quite low, but yeah, so joined a new sales team on a part-time basis, and we did £100,000 worth of sales for the month of October, just before our lockdown. But now the store is locked down for November, but we managed to get £100,000 in, and we hit our target. So very happy about that.
Fantastic.
Great job, Corey.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it is quiet, Ceil.
Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. So who else would like to share a win? Okay, Al. Yes.
This is kind of a small win, but I had another show I needed to record earlier today with a friend of mine. We did a little show that we record on basically a weekly basis, and I thought that was going to cut into being able to get to this today. And actually, we got done with it a few minutes beforehand, so I was able to attend here too. So I know it seems like maybe a trivial or a small win, as you like to say, Ceil, but it was a win for me to be able to be here. So I'll leave it at that for the time being.
I think you're in the zone, Al. If you got that done in the right place and you got the next thing you wanted, I think you're in the zone. Perfect. Anybody else have a win you would like to share? Okay.
Yeah, and feel free to type your win into the chat box if you don't want to turn your video on. We'd love for you to type it into the chat box.
We like people to feel comfortable on this call because it's all about connection and just having someone to share wins and green zone experiences and then some knowledge. So if there are no wins to be shared at this moment, that's okay. We'll check back in before we end the call. Let's talk about what is the vital skill of life. I love this chapter because it's so short and sweet, and it's one vital skill. And if you know how to do this, in my opinion, You won the lottery. So, Nicole, what is the one vital skill of life? Just one vital skill.
Yeah, so just read chapter 20 and you will find the one vital skill.
Right.
But essentially, it is around unlocking trapped life force particles.
Very good. So, does anybody have a comment about that? Who needs to know? Alan he lists all of these different roles or hats that a person wears that would really need to know how to just unlock life force particles. So, yes, Al, name one of the people.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say one of the preeminent skills is being present at whatever, and that, you could tie that into unlocking life force particles or whatever the case may be. But the more present you are at whatever you're doing, the better things are going to go, I think.
I could not agree more. Thank you very much. Okay, so one of the things that he brings out, like if you don't know how to release life force particles, basically, I mean, it's going to sound negative, but it's the truth. It's kind of like a liability. And I know that the type of people I like to have around me is those people that that know how to unlock life force particles. So it doesn't matter if you're a parent or a friend or the CEO or the top sales person or the sales manager or what your role is in life. If you know how to basically unlock life force particles, I mean, that really sets you up to be in a very green and gold zone position. Nicole, anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, I think it's key. And I mean, Alan says, moreover, your choice of people has a direct effect on your success, prosperity, and happiness. So, are you aware of the people around you, and are you, connecting with people that are able to help you release trapped life force particles? Because, I know there are certain people in my life that are very good at trapping life force particles and I keep my distance from them. So, but if you're not aware of those people, it can have a significant impact on your life. So are you aware of the people that you are investing your time, effort, and energy in? What zone are they in? Are they red zone, yellow zone, or green zone? And are they able to help you unlock trapped life force particles?
And to add with that, so I want to do a short exercise, and I think some of you have done this exercise with us before, but what I would like to do is just jot down, let's just take a moment. I want you to write down all the people that basically you're kind of connected with and that you connect to fairly often, whether it be in on the phone, by email, or, person to person, face to face. So write down the people that you are connected to, and then write down whether or not they spend most of their time in the red zone, yellow zone, or green zone, and then count up how many people that you've got in each zone. And I'd like to share those numbers as a group. So is that good? Everybody willing to do that? Is there anybody not willing to do that? Okay, so let's take, how many minutes, Nicole? Maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to put the timer on. So let's just write down people we're connected to. So you're writing down the people that you are connected to pretty regular, and then write down what zone do they operate in most of the time.
Yeah, so the people that you connect with regularly on Zoom, your family members, your business partners, employees, anybody that you connect to on a pretty regular basis, just, identify the zone that they're in. Okay, so has everyone finished writing down? Yeah, and if you can type into the chat box the majority of the people that you spend your time with, are they green zone, yellow zone, or red zone? Or maybe even write down the numbers, like 4 in the green zone, 3 in the yellow zone, 2 in the red zone, whatever it is. If you can type those into the chat box, that would be great. Yeah, because I think if you're going to be effective, it's important to know the people around you, which zone they're in. And, you know, in terms of, so Malcolm said I have a count of 7 green, 5 yellow, and 1 red zone. Thank you, Malcolm.
Yeah, thank you very much. Anybody else? Yeah. Chris says 7 green, 3 yellow, and 2 red. Good. Thank you. Tracy, 3 red, 14 yellow, and 5 green. David, 3 greens, 3 yellows, and 1 green gold. Al, majority fluctuating between yellow and green. Corey, 4 green, 4 yellow. David was 1 green gold and 1 red. I forgot that last part. Oh, thank you so much for posting these. Anybody else? Stella, 1 red, 4 green, yellow. And 4 yellow. Inger, 4 green, 3 red, yellow, 1 yellow, green.
Yeah, great. Because it is important to know who are you investing your time in. And, you know, red zone people are going to be pretty resistant when you start to try and unlock trapped life force particles, because often red zone people don't understand the value of life force particles. And I mean, Alan says a positive life force particle has the value of an ounce of gold. And are you treating your own life force particles like ounces of gold?
And the other thing to notice, you guys probably all know this already. But the red zoners they are so attracted to green and gold zone people. And they will a lot of times do anything to be able to play in that arena, if you will. I mean, and probably the lower yellow zone people as well. They really want to be connected to the green and gold zone. Has anybody ever experienced that before? Been pretty green zone in an area, and then a red zoner come along and really, really want to be connected, you know, to you. So basically, they end up pulling you down because it's a lot harder for you to pull them up than it is for them to pull you down. Any thoughts on that anybody wants to share? Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Ceil. Bit of a crude example, but they're similar to parasites because if they're red zone, they suck the life out of you. And obviously, by trying to help them, you end up discharging all your energy on them, trying to bring them up. But if they're resistant, then you're kind of going against the tide. So it's best. I have some very close people who are red zone, and it's quite a difficult one trying to keep away, because I definitely feel the latching onto me to draw my energy because it makes them successful. But it's very counterproductive to me. So it's a delicate balance in that, especially when people are close to you.
Yeah, very true. Thank you, Corey. Al, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was to continue with what Corey was saying. I think that's something in the energy training that I've done is you have to really work on getting, not being drawn down by lower frequency, which you could say, red zone or yellow zone or whatever. I mean, ideally you can bring people up to your frequency, but it is difficult because there is definitely a tendency for, red zone people to try to drag everybody down. And it's, I don't know. I don't have contacts with a whole lot of people. And like I was saying, the ones I am in contact with, I would have to say, typically fluctuate in the yellow to green zone, but somebody has to be willing to contribute to the enterprise, whatever it may be, and have the idea that they can, raise their zone level or however they're looking at it, whatever terms they're using to be able to, I think. But it's definitely something to be aware of.
Thank you, Al. Yes, it is definitely something to be aware of, what zone someone is in. And David.
David, your sound is really bad. We can't hear you talking. It's very static. We can hardly hear you. Yeah, no, David, we can't hear you. Sorry, maybe if you could type it into the chat box, that would be great.
And we have a couple of comments. Yes, Inger says, yes, especially now during COVID when people are so scared. So true. I choose to be connected with the green zone people. It's hard to handle family members being in the red zone and scared. Yeah, you have to educate them on where they are. I mean, it takes some doing to handle someone in the red zone. Juan says, I have discovered recently the big impact that a negative attitude can have on my environment. It's good to be aware of the small details that are often unnoticed. Boy, that is so true. So Nicole, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I think it is important when we start looking at what zone people are in, especially when you start building businesses and you start bringing people into companies and things like that. And just, are people willing to shift out of the zone that they're in? Because a lot of times people are not aware of the zone that they're in. But if you are willing to help them and they are willing to be helped, then it's a great way when you start looking at hiring people and connecting people into your businesses and into your teams. Something simple like giving them the secrets book to read. Even if somebody's in the red zone, somebody that's willing to get better will read that book very quickly. Somebody that's not willing to get better quickly and is happy to stay in the red zone won't read it very quickly. So it is important to be aware of things like that, is that the people that you're bringing into your organizations, are they willing to expand and grow themselves? And are they willing to shift out of the zone when they realize that's where they are? So it is important when you start working with teams and bringing people into your teams. And then in terms of the people on your teams already, who's willing to shift and change? Because I think that's a key thing, is that when you can help somebody release life force particles, everybody gets better.
So I would just like to ask you guys, all of you, can you imagine having the skill to be able to unlock your own life force particles, having a process in front of you to unlock your life force particles when they get trapped or when they go negative, so you can get them back and they turn positive. And then if you feel so inclined to do it for others, being able to do that for others. Can you imagine having that skill? Yeah. I mean, that's basically what we do. We're very, very interested in empowering people so that you guys have the skills to be able to unlock your life force particles and unlock the life force particles of others if you want to. I think for me, I love it when I can use this information in life and in conversation and just unlock life force particles just in natural conversations without being in a formal session, because magic, you can just see it. Don't you, Nicole? I mean, I love being able to do that. It's people don't even know what you just did. They just know they feel better. So it's like fantastic to be able to do it informally or formally, you know?
Yeah, and it does make a difference. People want to be around you when you can unlock life force particles in everyday conversation, and just while you're connecting with people, just helping them see things and helping them become aware of where they're at. So it is really, really powerful to be able to do that in everyday life, and not just restricted to a formal processing session.
Yeah. So, and a great leader and a great parent and a great friend knows how to do that just in conversation. So, yes, Corey.
And I would say it becomes quite addictive processing others, not in a professional sense, that I'm not a professional processor, but it becomes quite addictive and quite natural, because as you see them have recognitions and cognitions, you just want to do more. So it becomes a natural part of it. But then it becomes, being discerning in who I give this gift to, and not wasting too much time on people who are undeserving, as Alan talks about in some of his works. So it's being careful of who to empower and who to just leave as they are.
Yeah. Thank you, Corey. So Nicole, do you want to read David's comment, and then let's pick up and see if anybody's got a win that they want to share, something good that's happened that they want to share?
Okay, so David says, hold on. One person, he seems to me very capable, but his life is red zone, multiple health issues. He's desperate to pull himself up, grasping at anything positive, but wants help. So yeah, I think, David, one of the things that happens is when somebody starts to go down red zone is sometimes their health starts to go. And so it is, they do need help when people's health starts to become affected by being in the red zone. And it is, sometimes they do need to go and see doctors and things like that to get their health sorted out. But it is, once you start on the journey and you start working through the zones, it does get easier and easier, and it becomes more and more positive the more work you do. So I don't know if that's helpful, David.
And then Malcolm had a comment. It is wonderful to work with someone who is ready and willing to improve. I so agree. That's a green zone attribute, someone who's wanting to work and willing to improve, right? Working with. So despite the difficulties they may be going through, it is even better if you can do this in a relaxed and in an intrusive manner. Yes, very much. Okay, so let me check in with you guys. Does anybody have a win? Thank you so much for sharing everything you did today. Does anybody have a win that you would like to share? We picked up wins at the beginning. We got Stella, Tracy, Juan, David. Anybody else have any wins you want to share? Let me see. Yeah, anybody else?
Yeah,
Wow.
Al's got.
You got 2
I mean,
wins? Oh my God.
Well, this is, I just look at you, Ceil, and at the ranch up there, and to me, I guess to sum it up in the least amount of words, as far as the description, it's life enhancement. Like that was a life enhancement center, and life enhancement. I mean, who doesn't want that? I mean, that's it seems like that'd be a pretty easy thing to get people interested in.
Thank you, Al. Yeah, I don't know of anyone. I certainly want my life to be enhanced. I don't know about yours, Nicole. Anything you want to say on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's the power of having people around you, the right people, because they get to enhance your life and you get to enhance theirs, and it's win-win, as Ceil said. So it's a powerful place to be when you can create that space where everybody's enhancing everybody else's life. So yeah, really, really powerful space to be in.
So with this, the most vital skill in life, to wrap it up, is knowing how to free life force particles, right? Or how to unlock, Alan's words, knowing how to unlock life force particles. And we are teaching this on an extensive course starting December the 5th. That starts on a Saturday. We have it set up for 3 different, to basically run, 12 hours, 14 hours, so that anybody in the world can dial in. So is it 12 hours or 15 hours? What is it?
It's 12 hours.
12 hours? Okay, it's 3 sessions. And anybody in the world can fit in those sessions. So it's really great. But anyway, we start December the 5th, Vital Fundamentals of Processing. Starts on a Saturday and it ends on December the 12th. Would love to see you guys be on this course. Our goal is to teach you what we know and what we've learned and how to free up and unlock life force particles. And I think that for me personally, I concur with what Alan said. It is the most vital skill to have. When I look at my life and look at not knowing what I know, oh my God, my life would be a really big disaster if I didn't know how to unlock my life force particles. So, and what the what the red zone, yellow zone, and green zone is. So with that, Nicole, final last word.
And we have the Zones of Life webinar, which is tomorrow. And if anybody's interested in joining that, it is a free webinar where Ceil and will be teaching around presence and the zones. And you can go onto the knowledgeism.com website, onto our events page, and register there. And then we also have a Clean Slate course coming up in November before the Vital Fundamentals. And yeah, the Vital Fundamentals, we run that course. So whether you're doing Vital Fundamentals 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, it's all run at that same time, that same week, from the 5th to the 12th. So we will have people on the course doing all the different levels at the same time. So it is really great because you get to interact with students at different levels and work with different people. So it is a really, really great space to be in to work with the different people. So yeah, we just want to say thank you for being on the call tonight, for investing in yourself, for helping release trapped life force particles. Well done. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you next week back on the webinar. And we really would encourage you, invite people that you know to come and join you.
Thank you so much. And stay Green Zone. Keep winning.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank
Love
you.
being in
Bye-bye.
this environment.